Captain helmets for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome inside the Cole Harbour Place as we get set for this Nova Scotia High Button Hockey League U18 major action between the second place Dartmouth Steele Subarus and the sixth place Martian Milco Hunters as we get set for puck drop between these two. Fresh 20 on the board, and we are underway. The Hunters controlling off the draw. That'll be chipped in by Clouette. Baldwin will give chase. In behind, now chipped up the wall. Ryan trying to get into the neutral zone. Pressured by Clouette. Chips it to the blue line where Normore gathers it up to center. He'll dump it high into the zone. That puck cleared to the point. Henry's shot saved by Polk. He'll get the start here in this afternoon's matchup as Henry stands up Ludi at the point. Clouette trying to chip it out, can't do so. Ryan onto the stick of Breen, trying to get a shot away. Brian is in there. Here's another chance. Polk with a pad save, another save from Noah Polk. He'll hold on for the whistle. That'll lead us into the starting goaltender introduction, starting for the Martian Milco Hunters. Number 1, Noah Polk, coming into the game with a record of 4-10 so far on the season, a 4.86 goals against average and an .883 save percentage. 200 feet from him, wearing number 33, Silas Mullins, a 12-4 record, a 2.29 goals against average, and a save percentage of .938. So good numbers there for number 33. Here's Scotland. He'll dish it. Crossed it. Distant shot there, held on to by Polk as the shot came off the stick of number 10, Alistair McPhee. The Subarus coming off back-to-back Ice Jam championships, looking to carry the momentum into the second half of the year. Sparks, offensive zone draw. Battled for. Hocko plays it around for Worth. Worth up the wall. Beliveau gets a stick on it into the neutral zone. Controlled McPhee. He'll leave it there. Scotland up the wall. It's worked up here in the neutral zone. The Subs will chip it in. That was Poplinski. Where's the C this season for the Subs? Sparks trying to hold it in. Bounces over his stick. Smith plays it back for Alistair McPhee. McPhee back for Smith. Brennan Smith up for Poplinski. Poblinski's going to get his feet moving north. He'll work it across the blue line. Here's a shot. Polk, blocker save. Scotland shot. Another save by Noah Polk. Having to come up big here at the start of this game. Shots 4-0 in favor of the Subs. Here's another one. And off Hocko and in. And that'll be the opening goal. Oliver Scotland for the Subs. Make it 1-0. On a shot that hit the defenseman Hocko in front. And then past the blocker of Polk into the back of the net. And just like that, the Subs, on their 5th shot on goal, managed to find the back of the net. They lead by 1 here inside Cole Harbour Place, the home of Nathan McKinnon and Sidney Crosby here in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. We are live on High Button Sports. Oliver Scotland opening the scoring with a goal moments ago. As the Hunters will chip that in below the goal line. That was Boudreau who got it in deep. Urquhart holds it at the ringette line for Boudreau. Boudreau takes a distance shot. Mullins snags it out of the air and holds on for the whistle. McLean and Poblinski will pick up the assist for the Subarus on the opening Oliver Scotland goal. Face off to the blocker hand side of Mullins. One back by the Subs. Chipped up the wall. Boudreau had it chipped past him. Now here's a break. Down the far side, Bryan takes a shot from distance. That's high. There's a man holding the line there. That was Quinton Land. Bryan centers onto the stick of Ryder McQueen. McQueen up atop of the zone, finds Max Bryan below the goal line. Bryan trying to work it out through the feet of his own player. It's sent around to the far side by Hum. Urquhart chips it out, takes a bump for his efforts from Duffy. Subs regroup. Pass up through the middle, heads up. Bryan sidestepping a couple checks there. That sends McDonald offside. Another stoppage of play here. 17-12 remaining. Bryan and Urquhart having a couple words. So official Aaron Brown telling Max Bryant, none of that. We're not starting that off early. Burgess on the draw. He'll win it back. It gets sent in. Controlled. Schaefer Gibbs in his own zone. Gibbs up the wall. Back into the neutral zone. Turner in the lineup due to the Calvin Carver injury, I believe. He's sitting up next to me here in the press box. So no Carver. Turner into the lineup. Here's Turner trying to center. He'll work it to the point. Distance shot Normore into the glove of Polk. And he'll hold on for the whistle. A little bit of rough stuff after the whistle there. A little pushing and shoving. No penalties on the play. Hunter McLean, Dylan Poblinski picking up the assist on the Oliver Scotland goal for the Subs to make it 1-0 as they have an offensive zone draw. One back to the point. Normore walks in, takes a shot. It's wide past the blocker side up to the point. Henry cycles it back down low. Gibbs takes a bump from Burgess. He'll play it up the wall. Smith covers for his D-man. Smith, his shot tipped. Turner, good stick there by number 20. To the point. Normore, D-to-D, Henry. He'll dump it back in and stand his man up. That was Caliata finishing his check. Normore activating. Backdoor pass for Burgess. Just out of the reach of his backhand. Henry to Burgess, tipped and a glove save. And some more rough stuff after the whistle between Schaefer Gibbs and Burgess. As they get separated now. Schaefer Gibbs, the rookie captain for the Martian Milko this season, plays a hard game, very physical, and it's not easy to play against number 3 in white, that's for sure. So he's off to the bench. 16:09 remaining in the first period. 1-0 the score. Subs over the Hunters. Face off one, it works D-to-D, and back up. Here's Bryan covering for the defenseman who jumped in and drove the net. That puck into the chest of Polk, held on to for a whistle with 16:02 remaining. Ryan, another offensive zone draw, has Poblinski As a cool little play there on the last draw, Polbinski activated from the point to the net. Bryan coming up high in the zone, getting the pass from McPhee and let the shot go, but into the glove of Polk for the whistle. Polbinski tried to dump it back in. It was blocked, and now a break for the Hunters. Clouette dumps it into the corner. He reverses out front. Polbinski read that. And will put it into the corner where Ryan gathers it up. Behind the net, Clouette trying to center, and out comes Sam Ryan. Through the neutral zone, nice sauce backhand. Up, Bryan, good job getting back on side. That'll activate Munden's shot. Munden, 2 points away from 50 on the season so far. Currently sitting at 48 points here so far on the year. As the Marsh and Milko Hunters wearing their pink in the rink Steele jerseys for warm-up. Switching over to their whites here for the first and the rest of the game, I guess. Urquhart on the draw in his D zone. He'll win that back into the corner. Sparks pressuring Scotland. The goal scorer for the Subs turns it over. Urquhart centers onto the stick. Morris, he'll chip it in. Urquhart will go down and pressure the puck. Quinton Land reversing up the wall. Duffy chipping it up onto the skate. Good activating from the point there, but turned over. And out come the Subs just outside the blue line. That was Sebastian Hum who activated in from the point to keep it activated, but now the Subs will get in on the forecheck. Hum takes a bump, sticks with it. He'll chip it around, takes another hit from Sparks. Physicality here starting to pick up as that puck offside. A little bit of stuff in behind the play between Urquhart and Land. They go down. No penalties on the play. Face-off will go here just below us. In front of the Subarus bench. You can't see the benches. They're below us to the right and left. Here, the press box up at center. McKnight on the draw. So Calvert maybe not being injured, maybe just taking a day off here, resting up before the playoffs. Is that puck chipped up off the glass? Normore, gloves to stick. Up and sent in. Right on goal of Polk as it was chipped down by McLean, who picked up the assist on the opening goal for the Subs. Him and Polpinski, as Oliver Scotland will be the goal scorer. Face-off, offensive zone for the Subs once again. This time it's Matthew McDonald. Now McLean for the draw. McDonald behind him. He'll come over top. He'll leave it there. Normore got a stick on it, just able to keep it in. As a good long stick there from the defenseman wearing number 3. Normore wraparound attempt on the short side, turned away. Up the wall to the point. Henry lets a shot go. Polk steers it up into the corner. Hunters, center. Ryan picks it off. McKnight, his intended target, as here's Boudreau. That'll be sent right back in onto the glove of Polk, who will leave it there for Sebastian Hum. Hum will play it across for Boudreau. Boudreau through the neutral zone. He'll chip it in, take a bump from McLean. Silas Mullins stopped it up into the short side corner. Burgess up the wall. Boudreau finishes his check on McDonald, and out come the Subs with numbers. McLean centers for Burgess, doesn't connect. That ice all the way back. McPhee off the bench. He'll gather it up. He'll sauce it up. As here's Ben Henry, his defense partner. Turns it over at the blue line. Out come the Marsh and Milko Hunters. That pass intended for Urquhart into the corner. Taking a bump there from Turner. Tristan Turner played last season with the Halifax Max for partial of it. As it's now into the neutral zone. Battling there will be Turner coming up with the puck over the blue line. Tristan Turner centers off the stick. Good active stick there by Cagliata, or sorry, that was Martin. Subs regrouping. They'll chip it up into the mesh for a whistle. I think it went off the stick of, I believe, Turner. He'll head off to the bench. Turner wears the A this season for the Dartmouth Steel Subarus, a veteran forward presence, a big body out there for the team in blue, as the team in blue added some size with Normore over the Christmas break. They also added a little bit of scoring touch with Ryder McCreen coming back from Junior A. Here's Bryan. Munden will drive. Bryan hits McPhee. McPhee down low. Sharp angle shot. Polk save off the chest. He'll hold on for the whistle. The puck dropped off the chest and sat right in front of Noah Polk, who will freeze play, and it'll be another offensive zone draw. Baldwin, Clouette, and Ludi up over the bench. Will head out for the Marsh and Milko forwards. Up front for the Hunters. Clouette on the draw, won by the Hunters, cleared to the point. Poplinski sends it right back down low. Bryan, good active stick there to lift the stick of Gibbs, gather the puck. McPhee, quick shot, goes wide. Swift up for Ludi. He'll battle with Munden. Matassa duck and Gall's product. Shot Polk, had trouble with it. He tried to steer it with his stick into the corner, but missed it. Up the wall, bouncing puck over the stick of Ludi. Poplinski holds it in. That puck chipped, centered out in front, and cleared away by Gibbs. All the way past McPhee. Aaron Brown getting out of the way there, the official. Now down in the corner, here's McPhee for Munden. Takes a bump from Clouette, finds Bryan off of his backhand. He'll get it now up over the ring-out line. Bryan through the feet now. Bryan shot, sharp angle, up off the outside of the net and out of play. Will result in another offensive zone draw once again for the Subs, who lead by 1. Looks like it's going to be Duffy staying with Quinton Land, Oliver Scotland, Brendan Smith, and Owen Sparks out there for the Subs. One to the wall. Hawko will backhand it around, and it'll be flipped up ahead. Good stick there by Urquhart to knock it down. He'll work it in around Land. Urquhart, he gets taken down. It's going to be a power play upcoming for the Marsh and Milko Hunters. As the Subarus touch the puck, it's going to be a hooking call to Quinton Land, and the first power play of the game is going to go to the white and black squad. Quinton Land 2 for a hook, and that'll activate the top unit for the Marsh and Milko Hunters, looking to tie the game up at 1. Baldwin on the power play draw. Their power play coming in to the game, sitting at 15%. They look to up that percentage here a little bit. Is that shot? The rebound. Mullins, pad save. Gibbs was banging home. The defenseman in from the point, playing net front. As he has to back check, out come the Subaru. Scotland looking for number 2 and a pad save by Polk. Clouette picks up the rebound and gathers it through the neutral zone. Clouette trying to split through the D. He'll try to set things up now in the offensive zone. Justin Clouette around for Jack Baldwin. Baldwin at the point. He'll work it D to D. Swift. Shot tipped. Scores! Schaefer Gibbs net front. Make it tie game. 1-1 here inside Cole Harbor Place. 11:09 remaining on the clock, and Schaefer Gibbs with a power play goal will tie this game up at 1 apiece. Good vision there from Dawson Swift to find the D-man in front in Schaefer Gibbs, and with that, we have ourselves a tied hockey game. Gibbs will pick up the goal, so it'll be number 3 from number 5, and I believe not Clouette will pick up the assist. Clouette started the play though, getting it in deep, setting it up. Subs get in on the forecheck. Turner turns it over. Munden to the point. Normore has a shot, steered away by Polk. Shot there, and it's blocked. Jack Baldwin picking up the secondary assist. Normore couldn't hold the line, it just snuck out. Hunters will have time to collect their thoughts as it's worked up the wall. Off the stick and picked up. Munden up ahead, trying to connect with Burgess. Chip back into the neutral zone. Munden chips it right back in. Hunters looking to break things out. Boudreau can't get it out, sent right back in. Sebastian Hum will have to set things back up. He's pressured. Hum using his net. He works it up for Urquhart. Urquhart will work it across for Boudreau over the blue line. Boudreau will chip it in. Normore knocks him down. Boudreau not happy about that. As back here comes the Subs through the neutral zone. This time it's McLean, has an assist so far. As back here they come. McLean pestering on the back check, turns it over Bryan will forecheck. McKnight turns it over a shot, and it's blocked by Boudreau. Down low, centering pass, and the Subarus back up by 1. Nice feed from McLean down low to Max Bryan, who makes it 2-1 for the Dartmouth Steele Subarus. It's a 1-goal lead is regained. Inside the Cole Harbour place, Max Bryan will be the culprit there. He goes through the lineup first. McLean's gonna pick up his second assist on the Bryan goal. As that will carry us right into our TV timeout. We'll be back in a minute's time for the back half of the opening period. And welcome back here for the second half of the opening period. The Subarus leading by 1. Thanks to that man right there, Max Bryan, who scored on the last shift, I guess on the same shift, to make it 2-1 on a beautiful feed from behind the net from number 17, Hunter McLean, his second assist. He's got 2 points on the game. We'll see if there's a secondary assist on the goal. I'll check here 1 second. Face off, 1, and Poplinski tried to work it to the net. It goes off the skate back into the neutral zone. Matthew McDonald picking up the secondary assist. To the point, Ryan shot, Poplinski in front of the net. That pad save by Polk keeps it a 1-goal game. What a save there from Noah Polk. Point blank, kicking the pad out, and he'll keep this a 1-goal game. 2-1 the score for the Shoops. Shots 12-4 in favor for them. So McDonald will pick up the secondary assist, his first point of the game. 2-1 lead, Subarus. Offensive zone draw played around by Gibbs. High flip back up into the neutral zone, off the glove, off the body. As it's picked up and worked back here by the Hunters. They'll regroup. Gibbs up the wall. Stepping up there was Duffy. That'll take away the icing. Mullins plays it for Land. Land right onto the stick. It's turned over. Here's Urquhart. Centering off the skate. Back to the point. Swift got a stick on it, but not enough to control it. Scotland overskates that puck on the wall. He'll sidestep a check. Oliver Scotland opened the scoring in this game. He'll try to work it up ahead. Sent back, and the Subs regroup. That pass, Scotland got a no stick on it. It's going to be no icing as Sparks to it first. Sparks centers, doesn't connect in front, but a shot there from Land from distance, steered away by Noah Polk. Into the corner, Scotland centering, flip back right into the bench of the Martian Milko Hunters. That'll stop play. Urquhart has a couple words there. What it looks like to be Sparks. 8:16 remaining. A little bit of chirping going on here between the two players as they headed off to the bench. McDonald on the draw, can't win it. Hum has it below his goal line. He'll chip it up. Normore stepped up, and an icing call charged to the Subarus, or sorry, to the Hunters. Normore stepped up, so I don't know why the icing stayed, but it will. It'll be another offensive zone draw. 8:08 or 8:07, I should say, remaining on the clock here in the opening period. 2-1 for the Subs. They'll talk over the face-off play. McLean will go towards the net. McDonald gets kicked out, so that'll take away the face-off play. McLean now directing traffic. McDonald lines up behind him. Clouette wins it back, though, as it's rimmed around. Henry holds the line. Ben Henry activating. He'll work it down below the goal line. Trying to work it out front for Munden was McLean, looking for his third assist in the first period. Here he is with the puck. McLean waiting. Backdoor under the stick of Normore, and out come the Hunters with numbers. 3-on-1. Clouette mishandles the puck in the corner, centers off the skate of Henry. That pass found Baldwin, didn't get enough lumber on it as it was centered back off the skate. Trying to cycle it down the wall was Boudreau. Henry, he'll backhand around to the far side. McLean got a stick on it, but not enough. Good activation down the wall, keeping it play alive as the Hunters trying to respond back. That shot blockered away there as the men tied up in front as it's worked out. Munden, 1-on-4, keeps, shoots, and a blocker save by Polk. Boudreau up for Baldwin. He takes a hit. Now he'll get in on the forecheck as that'll be McPhee. Cuts up in front of his net, finds Poplinski. Poplinski up off the stick of Hako. Into the Hunters zone. Polk, he'll rim it up the wall. McPhee activating. He'll go down, no call on the play as he lost an edge. It'll be worked across here. Poplinski's shot into the far side for McPhee. Down low, Burgess. Scotland looking for a little bit of opening in front. Burgess goes down. No call on the play as the officials are going to let the players play it out here. Here's Turner to McPhee. McPhee across Poplinski. Quick touch pass back for Turner. Had it go under his stick. Turner to the point. McPhee, quick shot. It's blocked. Poplinski decided not to go down. McPhee does. McPhee got a stick and took a hit. As that centering pass goes all the way past Poplinski. He can't get there first. Urquhart takes away the icing. He loses an edge. Poplinski with the puck. He'll work it across. Oliver Scotland, the opening goal getter here, stops up inside the blue line, waits for some support. 1-on-2. Scotland still with the puck. Scotland works it across for Land. Land down low. Ryan centered, and Brian trying to bang it home. Polk, great job keeping his pads anchored down to keep that one out. And Hako having a couple words there for Max Bryan in front of the net. And Noah Polk keeping this game just a one-goal game. Shots 14-5 now in favor of the Subarus. Noah Polk, 4-10 record, a goals against average of 4.86 and a save percentage of .883 as he's seen quite a bit of rubber here in the opening. 14 minutes and 18 seconds or 17 seconds. Chip to the neutral zone. Land steps up. St. right back just inside the line. That'll be sent in by Swift. Takes a little bump there from Bryan. Down low, Gibbs activating in. He'll keep it down below the goal line. Schaefer Gibbs has a goal to the point, off the skate, and all the way back. Bryan's going to pressure. Cagliata turns it over. Bryan in front. Munden scores and make it 49 for number 21. He has a couple words there for Urquhart. And Bryan is going to get his second point on the Chase Munden goal. And Munden will make it 3-1 for the Subs, as now they lead the shot category 15-5. Good feed from Bryan to find Munden out front. And now the Subarus leading at 3-1 here inside the Cole Harbor place. Back to center ice for the face-off. Subarus awaiting their left winger. Scotland, who was on the bench, he'll pop over. Give a little shot there to Remy Veliveau. That's dumped in. On to Polk, who holds on for the whistle. And just like that, it'll be another offensive zone draw upcoming for the Subarus. Dartmouth Steele Subarus coming into this game in second place, a couple points ahead of the Pictou County Weeks Majors, who lost last night to the Max, who were in first place. To the point, Normore has it, and he'll dump it right back below the goal line all the way around to the short side half wall. Scotland below the goal line. He spins away from one. He'll find Sparks. Sparks, backhand wraparound attempt on the rebound, buries it home. And just like that, back-to-back shifts for the Subs make it 4-1 for the team in blue. This time, it's going to be number 11, Owen Sparks with the goal. Subs lead by 3. A good hard-working shift. Scotland doing all the work there on the end wall to get it out to Sparks. And Sparks wrapped it around. A pad save by Polk, and the second one able to find its way to the back of the net. And a 4-1 lead for the second place Subarus over the 6th place Marsh and Milko Hunters. Back to center ice. Face off, one back by the Hunters. Tried to center there as it gets sent right back on net, and Polk squeezes it in and holds on for the whistle. So Sparks and Scotland will pick up his second point. This time it's going to be an assist for number 80. He opened the scoring in the game, and now adding on assist, a 2-point afternoon for number 8 in blue. Poplinski had it bounce over his stick into the neutral zone. He'll dump it right back in. Pass for Ludi. He'll chip it up. Nice feed through the neutral zone. That'll be worked in. Baldwin's shot blocked by Poplinski. Closed the legs up and hit the shin pads of big number 2. As that puck turned over at the blue line. Good forecheck. Sam Ryan trying to center. Ludi trying to pick up McDonald on the way to the net. Goes off the skate of the official. That'll force the Hunters to reverse it up the short side. Sent through the middle. Clouette, it was intended for him. It was behind him though. McPhee across. Polblinski. He'll send it right back across up over the line. Ryan stops up. Good stick from Hawko to knock that away. Ryan sticking with it on the wall. Had it knocked away from him there. That puck chipped off the stick. McDonald at the point. Trying to get it out was Clouette. As now he does. Duffy for Poplinski. Poplinski centers all the way through everyone. It's going to be an icing call. Charged against the Subarus with 3:21 remaining on the clock. They'll have an offensive zone draw, trying to cut the lead in half. Down to 2. This offensive zone draw, we'll see if Ryan Hillier or JP McCallum have a little offensive zone draw play drawn up here. Urquhart trying to push it forward on the draw through the feet of McDonald, wasn't able to. Here's Boudreau centering off the skate, and it's picked up. McLean will chip it into the neutral zone. Swift, a little bit of ping pong here as that puck will be chipped in. Burgess, it's turned over onto the stick of Turner. Turner trying to get a shot towards the net, off the skate to the point. Held in, Duffy waits to the point, and offside at the line. Quentin Land couldn't hold it in time as it just worked out offside, and it'll be another face-off here. A little bit of a choppy game so far. Lots of face-offs between these two teams. Burgess on the draw against McKnight, has an assist. Or sorry, no, doesn't have an assist. Here's a chance and a shot there, sent wide past the pad of Polk. That was Burgess who had an opportunity, and that puck gets sent all the way down past Mullins. It'll be an icing call, charged to the Hunters. Now an offensive zone draw once again for the Subarus, as they'll send out some fresh utilities. Ryan, Bryan, and Munden. Duffy and Land on the back end for the team in blue. Face off, one black by the Hunters. Gibbs will chip it up off actually into the mesh. Out of play, you see a young fan down there running to go get the puck. A little souvenir, he's got 2, he's double fisted down there. Little souvenir to head home with this Sunday afternoon game. 11:20 start time inside the home of Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon. Gibbs around the wall. Swift will keep it moving. Had it played back hill. Henry at the point. Henry makes a nice move to the outside. Henry below the goal line, has it go off the skate of the official again. The skates down there, the official glued to the ice, can't pick them up to get them out of the way of the puck, it seems like, down that end below the goal line. Heads up, that puck flipped up just by us. It goes all the way down. It's going to be an icing call charged to the Hunters once again. Gibbs saying he's got to skate. He's got to at least skate for it. He didn't even try, saying the captain for the Hunters. Another defensive zone draw for them. McKnight and Burgess. This time, it's one back by the Subs. Turner for Duffy. He'll send it back in. So that was McPhee to the point. Poplinski. He tried to work it across, fanned on it, and out come the Hunters. 2-on-2 inside the blue line. That's not offside. That puck didn't go out. That was not offside. The man was in over the line. The puck got poked to the line, but definitely not outside the line. I could tell from here. Then offside charge to the Hunters as they were trying to break free. 2-on-2. As face off now to the far side of the ice, just outside of the Subaru zone. Urquhart won it back, picking it up over top of the face-off and sending it in. Taking a high hit there was Morris. Poplinski ripping the stick out of his hands as they got tied up. As out come the Subarus. Poplinski, he'll chip it in and go give chase. F1 is the D-man, battling against Boudreau, who took a little bit of a weird bump there. He's all right, back to his feet, into the neutral zone. Now he'll head off. Maybe kinked his neck there. Turnover down below the goal line. That was Smith. In there on the forecheck, trying to do the same thing and turn the puck over again. Can't do so. Morris, high flip into the neutral zone. Land off his shin pad. As we're inside a minute now remaining in the opening frame. 4-1 lead for the Subs here. Inside the Cole Harbour place, off the body, up into the bench of the Hunters. And that'll stop play. It'll be another offensive zone draw for the Subs. One by the Hunters, chipped back into the neutral zone. That'll be gathered up. And the backhand dumping attempt by Duffy is picked off. Here's a chance, a shot, and Mullins steers it up into the mural here. Of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens playing a little pond hockey back in the day. The iconic mural inside the Cole Harbour place, down on the visiting team's end. That mural's been here since I played, and I'm sure well before my time. Clouette will face off against the other number 17, one back and chipped out Hawko. He'll send it right back into the zone. Henry cycling, Baldwin turns it over, try to feed it out for the man there. That was Clouette, but it's turned back here by the Subs, and out they come. Sparks for Scotland over the blue line. Turns it over. Henry trying to follow it up. Sparks has an opportunity, and a good stick there by Hawko. Henry at the point. He'll dump it in. Bouncing puck in front. Polk scrambles, makes the save on Scotland. That shot from Normore sails up as the buzzer goes, and that'll do it here for the opening period. So after one, the Subarus leading the Martian Milko Hunters by a score of 4-1, shots 19-6 in favor of the Subs. We'll be back here for the second period of action live on High Button Sports after this quick intermission. And welcome back for the second period of action. Here live on High Button Sports, I'm Logan Carruthers as the second period underway here. The Subs leading by a score of 4-1. Goals coming off of that man's stick to start it off. Oliver Scotland, who works it up down low for Smith. Picked off, Clouette will rim it around. Henry's gonna activate in, Ludi trying to chip it around him. Was unable to do so. Ripped around. Clouette leaves there. Gibbs, shot goes wide off the end wall. Henry. Swift stepped in. Ludi covered for him. He'll hold the line. Take a bump. Mullins is going to play it. Henry has it up the far side wall. Good stick there by Clouette. Ludi below the goal line. Looking out front. Ludi trying to center. He's pressured by Normore. Aaron Brown in the mix there. Getting pinched off on the wall. Smith trying to get it out. He'll try to kick it out. This time turned it over. Here's Clouette. Sharp angle shot goes high all the way around. Back into the Hunters zone where Hocko will have to retreat below his goal line to get that puck. Hocko quickly up ice. Urquhart tried to get there. No icing or not, I don't know what happened there. An offside, I guess. So out comes Poblinski. He'll dish for Smith. Back for McLean, too far out of his reach. Into the short side, Hocko. Turns it over to McDonald, trying to get it back. Hocko up the wall. And out come the Hunters. Here's Beliveau. Remy Beliveau trying to slide it through. Poblinski with a good defensive play there. Held at the line. Shot there from distance. Urquhart rebound centered out in front. Past Boudreau. Slap shot there is blocked. Hocko wound up for a big one there, but blocked by Hunter McLean, who has 2 points on the game. Beliveau couldn't get it to his stick quick enough, and it's knocked away by McDonald. And out come the Subs. Here's Smith through the neutral zone. Smith, nice move to his backhand. Centered out in front. Doesn't connect, and out come the Hunters. The Martian Milko Hunters in 6th place, looking to carry some momentum here going into playoffs. Chip to the point. Boudreau under his glove and out into the neutral zone. Back over the line, Smith for McDonald. Shot blocked. Finds McLean, post, and it's going to be Matthew McDonald picking the rebound up off the post, and McLean is going to pick up his 3rd point of the game. Matthew McDonald will pick up his 3rd point of the game. He's got 2 assists and a goal after he buried that puck home past Polk. And it's now a 5-1 lead here for the Subs. 17.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Smith and McLean will pick up assist. McLean's 3rd assist on the game has him up to 3 points, along with Matthew McDonald, 2 assists and a goal. Here's Burgess at the blue line. He'll chip it in. Turner to it below the goal line. He has it now. Tristan Turner walks out, tries a sharp angle shot off the back of the net. He gathers up the puck, works it to the point. It's D to D. Here for Duffy. Duffy dumps it back down below the goal line. Boudreau will chip it up the wall. The Hunters under some pressure now. Burgess sends it right back below the goal line. Sebastian Hum, he'll poke it away and take a big hit there below the goal line. It's a physicality for the Subs, the heavy hitting. Here's Duffy, backhand shot. Polk holds on. The Subs, a heavy hitting team, bolstering their lineup over the Christmas break. Ryder McQueen not in the lineup tonight, along with Travis Tremblay. Tremblay and McQueen, a big factor up front for them. They still lead by 5 without 2 of their top point getters after the Christmas break. And a big factor on the Subarus Ice Jam win. Is that puck off the body all the way down? It's going to be an icing call charge to the Hunters once again here with 16:32 remaining. Shots 22-6 in favor of the Subs. They lead 5-1 here inside Cole Harbor Place. High school all-star hockey game is going to be here today as well. So if you're in the area, want to come check out some high school hockey, head over to Cole Harbour Place where the high school all-star game will be held here this afternoon or this evening, as I guess it's now this afternoon here already. As the Hunters chip it in, Martin is going to pressure it around. Gibbs steps in, it's worked past him all the way into the neutral zone. Bryant's pressuring the puck, back up to center. That'll be gathered up by Martin into his own zone. Martin, he'll work it D to D. Swift, cross ice pass intended for Mitchell. It'll go all the way down, no ice. Gibbs to it first. Gibbs pressured off it there by Normore. Cleared back up into the neutral zone. Martin has it. He'll dump it right back in. Gibbs will peel off for the change. Normore picks it up behind his net. He'll try a stretch pass up for Munden. Doesn't touch it there. It's going to be an icing call charged this time to the Subs. You see there at the right hand of your screen, Calvin Carver out of this game. There's Tristan Turner in the lineup. So maybe some bumps and bruises for the Subarus after winning back-to-back Ice Jam championships a couple weeks ago. Trying to recuperate before the long-haul stretch of the playoffs. As that puck will be sent around all the way back into the Hunters zone. That'll allow the Subarus to change. Hocko stretching that puck up for Ludi, who had it go off of his stick. Poplinski around the wall, taking a bump from Clouette on the forecheck to the point. Hocko shot off the stick of Poplinski. High. Ludi, half wall. Will Ludi out of the corner, trying to center. He was an AP for the Halifax Max last year. Played the U16 level, but this year making the jump to the U18. And coming over here, playing in Cole Harbour. He played his minor hockey with Tassa and then major Bantam, or major U15 with the Gulls. That puck will be chipped past Hocko. Smith trying to sneak around the man there. Couldn't do so. It's a good job by Liam Worth getting back. Scotland on the forecheck. Hocko using his net for safety. He'll work it up. Clouette. Good read there by McPhee. He'll walk in. McPhee shot right into the glove of Paul Cool. Hold on for the whistle. And another offensive zone draw for the Subarus upcoming. Sparks on the draw. In his feet, they'll battle for it. Hum right on the stick of Scotland below the goal line. Scotland tried a wraparound attempt. He was looking for his second goal of the game. Here's Sparks. Takes a bump there. He'll play it around to the far side corner. Beliveau in there trying to kick it out. Remy Beliveau turns it over to Brennan Smith. Up the wall. Duffy holds it back down low. Beliveau to the neutral zone. Land picks it off and dumps it right back onto the stick of Sebastian Hum, who will chip it up the wall here. Trying to break it out was Morris. Turned over. Here's Duffy. Walks in. A high shot there. Riles around the glass to the point. Land holds it in. So that puck chipped back into the neutral zone. Land steps up once again. He'll find McDonald this time over the line. McDonald centers. Shot there from Scotland off the stick into the rafters. That'll stop play. Offensive zone draw. Bryan will take it. He'll face off against number 15. That's McKnight. All the way around to the far side. Urquhart turns it over. McLean walks, shoots. Steered away by Polk. Henry at the point. To the middle. Back outside. Takes a shot. I think it went off of McLean as McKnight gathers the puck up into the neutral zone. Here's McKnight. Jack McKnight drops for Boudreau. Sharp. Nice shot there. Tried to beat him blocker side. Mullins, though, coming up big there with the save. His 7th shot faced there today. As the Subarus, McLean, good back check from Boudreau. Couldn't get it off him. McLean dumps it below the goal line. Swift plays it around for Boudreau. Turns it over. McDonald. Matthew McDonald down low for McLean. Hunter McLean trying to spin away from some pressure there. He'll work it back to the point. Henry dumping it right back in below the goal line. Bryan gathers it up the wall to the point. Bryan cross for Henry. Intended target just out of his reach. Gibbs up the wall. Intended target Boudreau all the way past him. It's going to be another icing call charged to the Hunters. And they won't be able to change. It'll be a fresh couple skaters out there. 12:24 remaining on the second period clock. This time it's going to be Burgess. Wins it back. Scotland walks over top of the circles. Spinning away from some pressure. Gibbs, good stick there. Working it out. Great job by Poblinski defensively there. And Poblinski stands up. Boudreau on a big hit there. Boudreau a little shaken up. He'll head off to the bench. And some frustration for number 23 as Dylan Poblinski, like hitting a brick wall, didn't move a muscle, standing his man up there as Boudreau tried to finish his check on him. But the big number 2 wanted nothing to do with that, and he just rocked Boudreau, who ripped the stick out of the hand of the man on the way to the bench. Could have been a penalty, but the officials, knowing the stature of the game, up by 4, don't want it to get too out of hand. That's when you start seeing some silliness and different curriculars after the whistle that they're trying to avoid in the game. I mean, it is hockey and it gets high. The intensity gets high. Definitely out there. Definitely trying to work and lead towards a more skilled-like game, but every team needs those grinders like the Tom Wilson type that can put the puck in the net. And speaking of Tom Wilson types, Max Bryan and Chase Munden fit that mold very well. Both above 6 feet. Both can put the puck in the net, and both aren't scared of the physical side of the play. Here's Sam Ryan below the goal line. He turns it over to the wall. Caliata heard footsteps. He turns it over. Munden down low. Bryan walks out. Pressured there. Bryan centers. Doesn't connect cleanly to the point. Duffy. Munden shot off the glass. Rebound. Karam's off the glass as the puck's still loose. Land shoots it on Polk. Now the whistle goes. The whistle had never gone before. So there was no whistle on the play. The whistle had never gone. Everyone just stopped. Land was like, okay, I have the loose puck. He went in and shot it because the whistle never went. And he got a penalty for it. So now a power play for the Hunters on a phantom call. Baldwin for Swift. Back up for Baldwin. Clouette's shot there, Poblinski. So Quentin Land just playing till the whistle goes, so no fault of his own there. I would have done the same thing. The whistle had never gone. Everyone just kind of stopped, seemingly all at the same time. Land with the loose puck. Picked it up, tried a shot. Polk saved it. Polk was ready for it, so it's not like Polk was just standing there, you know, in no man's land, off in his own world. Gibbs tied up down low with McLean. He goes down. Cross, Clouette had to go off of his skate. Scotland trying to poke it out. Great job there to work it down by Baldwin. Gibbs out front. Swift scores! And Dawson Swift make it 5-2 on a nice feed from Schaefer Gibbs. He'll add his second point of the game, and Gibbs on a nice feed to Dawson Swift, the D-man, connecting here for the second goal for the Hunters. 10:30 remaining, and a power play goal for the Hunters. That's 2 here this afternoon. That'll help their power play percentage. I think they're 100% on the power play. So it's Swift from Gibbs. And the hold at the line was from number 12, Hawko. He should pick up the secondary. 5-2 the score now. Hunters and the Subarus. Hunters looking for more off the draw. They'll work it in. Morris shot. Mullins save. Bryan picks up the rebound. He'll chip it all the way down. It's going to be a delayed icing call. Hum gets to it first, and it'll be an icing call charge to the Subs. Swift and Gibbs, power play goal, both picking up their second goal, their second point. Swift was the one who connected with Gibbs on the tip-in for their first goal, and then Gibbs connecting with Swift on their second goal. Both of them 2 points on the game. Here's Bryan for Henry. Here's a shot, a nice passing play and a good zone entry by the Subs, but an even the hand was up in the air, so the Hunters are going to send out Baldwin, Ludi, and Clouette for the defensive zone draw. Not a late change, like I say. They are the home ice team, so they do get the last change. The arm was up in the air from Aaron Brown, the official here. He played an extensive career, University of Ottawa GGs, for a couple seasons, along with the Edmundston Blizzard, Fredericton Red Wings in the Junior A League, finishing off in Summerside with a championship there in the Junior A level. And with that stoppage of play, we'll be back here in a minute time. This quick TV timeout for the second half of the second period, live on High Button Sports. And we're back here for the remaining 9 minutes and 52 seconds of the second period. 5-2 the score. Shots 27-10 in favor of the Subarus. They'll win the offensive zone draw back. Cycling it down, McPhee to McDonald. Try to work it back. It's turned over. Out comes Justin Clouette. Through the neutral zone. Clouette's going to chip it around the man. He'll give chase. Poplinski got a stick on it, disrupting that centering pass. Ludi in there, trying to center. Clouette will help him out. McDonald. Ludi. Nice little play there. Walking off the wall. A shot there. Trying to sneak it short side. Good chance there for Baldwin. Baldwin covering for his D-man at the point. Baldwin towards the net. Not enough on it. Ludi. Baldwin walks in. Keeps. Baldwin shot. And a pad save by Silas Mullins. The Hunters after the TV timeout. Now with the offensive zone presence here for some sustained amount of time, but out come the Subarus 2-on-1. Bryan with McLean. Bryan shoots, and Polk holds on for the whistle. Noah Polk saving 23 of 28 shots he's seen so far, so almost a full game's worth of shots seen already. You know, normally about 30 shots in a game is what teams shoot for, 10 shots a period. That's what we were always shooting for when I was younger, but I don't know about some of these players. They might be shooting for, let's say, 15 shots in a period, but they're up to almost 30 here. And a save there from Polk with the glove, holds on for the whistle. So with 8:45 remaining in the second period, the shots are 29, so just shy of 30. So almost a full game's worth of work for Polk already, and we're just halfway through this one. Burgess against Urquhart on the draw. This one, number 13, that's Cameron Urquhart. Brother Andrew wears number 10 for the Hunters this year, as that'll be worked up through the neutral zone. Stepping up there was Duffy. Land, he'll rim it hard around the boards. Turner stops it up. He'll rim it back here for Smith. Smith sidesteps a check, works it back. Duffy moves it. Hawko read it and dumps it right back in. That'll force the Hunters to tag up as Urquhart pressures out from behind the net. 3-man deep, and out come the Subs to center. Burgess had it poked off of his stick. Good active stick there from Hawko. Not out over the line. Down low, the Hunters set things up the offensive zone. Shot there, pad save, Mullins. Rebound, cleared off the skate of Hawko, back into the corner. Urquhart centers. That'll find the stick of Worth. That shot blocked and chipped back into the neutral zone. Liam Worth had a grade A chance there, but couldn't get it past the shin pad. As here comes Hawko, trying to make a move to the outside. Good stick by Land as Munden now up over the blue line. Munden shot. Saved by Polk once again. That puck this time up out of play. Will stop play. 7:32 remaining on the clock. Now shots up to 30 for the Subs. 25 saves on 30 shots for Noah Polk. He's been sharp. Couple beating him. But other than that, it's been a pretty solid performance there for number 1. Henry below the goal line, running into the official, and Gibbs down there. Gibbs plays a hard-nosed game. I like that about his game. Captain for the Marsh and Milko Hunters. Yeah, if everyone could play like that, then you'd have a very competitive playoff team if everyone plays the style of number 3 in white and black. To the neutral zone, sent in by Ryan. Tremblay not in the lineup here tonight either, or this afternoon either. He's out due to an injury. As out comes Martin. He'll dish up. Urquhart, nice move around Normore. Urquhart walks in, shoots, and that one beat Mullins but couldn't beat the post. As back come the Subarus. Ryan chipping it around the man. Swift trying to chip it out. Bryan takes a bump there. He'll work it back down in the corner. Max Bryan set it out in front. Read, though, by Swift. Back to the point. Held in. Poplinski shoots. Tipped just over top of the net of Polk. Into the short side corner. Max Bryan trying to get it back. He's pressured there by Dawson Swift. Bryan lost his glove. He'll pick it up there while he's trying to kick the puck out. Bryan tied up with Swift. They'll cycle it back down low, under the stick of Bryan. Gibbs backhands it up, takes a bump from Munden. Poblinski stepping in at the point. Has it worked around him? Now he'll have to get back as the stick of Morris explodes. He's going to drop it. He wanted a call. Poblinski got a slash. He got away with a slash there. Is up at center, trying to find it out of his midsection. Out come the Hunters. Over the blue line offside, says the official. Clouet skated in backwards. Urquhart wanted the slash. His stick was exploded. So a non-call there. So they called the unsportsmanlike for shooting the puck after the, or I guess not even after the whistle because it hadn't gone. And then they missed the call there on the slash to Urquhart. He definitely, or sorry, to Morris. So some frustration there for the Marsh and Milko Hunters as Morris held onto his stick trying to show them like, hey man, I don't have a blade on this thing anymore. Why isn't it a slashing call? So it's chipped in by Sparks. Munn gets a ride there from Smith, free of charge. And another big hit there. Morris got pummeled by Sparks. In front of the Subarus bench, they enjoy that. Physicality for the Subarus on a big squad in blue. That pass from Scotland turned over and worked back here. Mitchell will leave it. Cagliata takes a hit there from Smith. He wasn't appreciative of that. Gives him a little whack in the back of the legs. His physicality now starting to pick up. Chipping it back into the neutral zone. Morris is pressuring. Scotland will chip it up. Boutlier trying to get it back in. Mitchell. He takes a bump there. Over on the far side. Smith takes a hit there from Cagliata, who tried to line him up after he might be a little frustrated after taking a big hit earlier in the shift. Heads up. Hum almost running into Morris at the blue line. That'll turn it up. Back into the neutral zone. Morris works it up the wall. Hands high there on Cagliata. That was Scotland this time. As back, here's a chance. In tight, backhand shot lifted up over top of the net by Baldwin. Morris still out there. He'll center. Baldwin shoots just past the blocker and wide. Ludi in below the goal line. He'll try to look for an option. Will Ludi up to Liam Worth. Worth's shot sent just wide. Morris on the half wall, cycling it back down low. Ludi trying to spin it out in front. Poblinski read it and chips it up. Here's Munden. Through the neutral zone, Chase Munden. 49 points on the year. Toe drag attempt, good stick. Right onto the stick though as it got poked away, right onto the stick of McLean. He'll let that shot go wide. That puck will go all the way down off the end wall as it was Hocko trying to race it down on Duffy, the two number 12s there. It'll be an icing charge to the Martian Milko Hunters. Another offensive zone draw for the Subarus, so a little bit of offensive zone time there for the Martian Milko Hunters. Mullins up to 13 shots faced. Polk 30. McDonald wins it back. Land, shot, sent wide. Off the end wards to the half wall. Hocko finishing his check there on McLean. Down low centering was Munden. Turned over. Duffy stepping up. Good stick there from Duffy to hold the line. Now it's sent back in. McDonald's going to give chase. Worth around for Will Ludi. Ludi pressured off the puck. Trying to catch up to it. Ludi plays it in over the line. Trying to get it back. That pass was behind him. Onto the stick of Munden. Back here's Munden. Over the line. Looks. Passes McDonald. Trying to slide it off the pad. Maybe a pass off pad there. Duffy's shot goes wide past the glove. Land stepping in. He'll chip it back in. That puck flipped up into the neutral zone. And Duffy will play it right back in. Here's McLean sidestepping a hit from Hocko. McLean's shot blocked off of Worth into the corner. Here's Hocko. Waits as the Subarus change. Hocko has some time with it. He'll send it up all the way down. No icing, is getting a stick on it there was number 9, Will Ludi. It's flipped high up into the Martian Milko Hunter zone. Centering pass, good job. Beliveau tried to deflect it in. Should have just controlled it. They had a 2-on-1. Centering McKnight. And a good defensive play there by Burgess as it gets sent right back down low by Urquhart. Urquhart will step in, pinch it off on the wall. Good stick there. Here's Urquhart towards the net. Shot off the iron and back out. What a chance there. Trying to cut the lead to 2. Big hit there on Sparks. Gibbs, though, slow to get up. He's crawling to the bench. We'll see if he's all right. He'll get some assistance from the ref to get to the bench, as I hope Gibbs is okay. He delivered the hit on Sparks. Turner tied up there. Swift has a couple words for Sparks on the wall. Turner got mixed up going to the net, and now it looks like Swift is going to go to the bench or to the box. 2 minutes for roughing to Dawson Swift as Gibbs, I think it might have been his shoulder. We'll try to peek over here and check. Gibbs is down behind the bench, bent over, laboring something, so not quite sure what, as Boudreau will head off to the bench. So maybe a dead leg for Gibbs, we'll see, or maybe a hip problem for him, is back to the point. McPhee waits. He'll dish it down low. Back up top from Ryan. McPhee. He'll work it across for Land. for Munden. A little bit of a different setup here on the power play. 5 on the dice as Brian stick right up between the legs of Boudreau in front of the net. 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining on the clock in the period. Power play will carry over if the Subs can't capitalize here late in the period to make it 6-2. Face off, one back by the Subs. Here's Land for McPhee. Down low, Ryan. He'll switch spots with McPhee. Over top of the zone, Sam Ryan. Cross, Munden shot off the outside of the net and behind. Played back up here for Land. Cross for McPhee. Last minute to play here in the second. McPhee down low for Sam Ryan. Ryan below the goal line. Looking up top. Land shot. It's blocked off of Hocko, I believe, in front. Puck gets off the stick and back into the neutral zone as Boudreau was battling with Max Bryan in front of the net. Bryan now just being able to tag up. Sam Ryan over the line. You see Calvin Carver there. Not in this game. Here's McPhee. Cross Munden. Tried to hit the one-timer. Fanned on it. He has it now. Back to Quentin Land at the point. Land for McPhee. Up top. Another one-timer attempt fanned on. Polk looking for a stick. Grabs it. Munden has it. Shot. That goes high. Alistair McPhee gathers up the loose puck. 5 seconds remain on the clock. Walking in, shooting off the body, wide. Trying to bang it home at the buzzer. And as the buzzer goes, Polk with the pad save to keep it. 5-2. Bryan has a couple words there as he lays on his backside with Boudreau, who were battling in front of the net. So after 2, the Subarus leading the Martian Milko Hunters by a score of 5-2. Shots 34-13 in favor of the Subs. We'll be back here live on High Button Sports after this 15-minute intermission. And welcome back here for the third and final period of regulation between the Dartmouth Steele Subarus and the Martian Milko Hunters. The Subs lead 5-2 coming into the period. They'll have an abbreviated 23-second power play here to start it off. Shots 34-13 in favor of the Subs as they'll work it up over the line. That's Poblinski, a hard rim around for McDonald. Cycling it back down low. Scotland at the point. Oliver Scotland opened the scoring in this game with a goal off of the defenseman Hocko in front as that pass tried to center back to 5-on-5 as Clouette will hop out as the Hunters successfully killing off the penalty at the end of the period and into the second. Now here's a chance. Boudreau shot one-handed and a pad save. What a chance there for Remy Beliveau. Good burst of speed there. That goes off the skate of the defenseman, working it back. Gibbs not returning to the bench here to start this third period. The captain suffered an injury in the second period that's going to keep him sidelined here for the remainder of the game. Ludi, nice little give and go. Hum picks it up, shot, rebound. Poblinski tying up Ludi. Good job there by Poblinski, not allowing Ludi. Here he is, though, in front, and a pad save. What a chance there from Will Ludi, and a nice save by Silas Mullins as Ludi looking for it again, has a shot go wide. Clouette mixing it up there with Poblinski below the goal line as it's chipped back inside the Hunter zone. Ludi back for it below his goal line, the forward. Making a pass there, turned over. Here's Munden in alone. Munden to his backhand, can't pull the trigger. Ludi sliding in to try to break up the pass as he slides right into the net and knocks it about 2 feet backwards off its bearings. He'll head off for the change. So a flurry of chances for number 9. Just couldn't get the puck elevated just high enough over the pad of Silas Mullins. I hear him all the time across the street, hitting the post and crossbar late into the hours of the night. As Will Ludi always trying to master the craft of the shot. This time he just couldn't get that one elevated to find the back of the net. Henry shot there, played by Polk. Up through the middle, off the skate of Henry, back for Normore. Normore back for Ben Henry. He'll play it up the wall below us. As that puck will be worked ahead here over the line. Munden, backdoor pass. Ryan shot blocked up off the glass below. Munden trying to center out in front. Unable to connect, and out come the Hunters to center. Martin will chip it in. Sam Ryan will move it over for Normore. Up off the wall. Munden had it go off of his skate. End up good support there from Max Bryan. It's just outside the line. Normore tried to clear it in, but wasn't able to. Sent back by Swift, who has 2 points in the game. Him and Gibbs connected for both power play goals here so far. As that centering pass goes back to the point. Not able to hold the line there was Liam Worth. He'll have to skate back for it. Munden driving, centering pass from Bryan, unable to connect. As Max Bryan will cycle it for Chase Munden out in front. Polk had it go off of his stick and then cleared out into the zone. Here's Quentin Land. He'll move it up to center. Sparks. He'll chip that puck in. Urquhart and him are tied up over on the far side a little bit, having a couple words. As Scotland gets crunched into the boards by Boudreau. He's slow to get up. Scotland, as now the whistle goes, Oliver Scotland a little slow to get up. Making his way to his feet. He's up now, and there's no call on the play, so rubbing him out there a little bit. He was trying to turn and kind of went into the boards a little bit awkwardly, but not hard. He kind of just, was bumped in. It wasn't a big hit. He got bumped in and kind of went in a little awkwardly. No call on the play. And here was 16:41 remaining in the third period. An offensive zone draw for the Subarus. One, it's blocked. Good job there by Beliveau. Having a start to the third period with a block shot. He almost had a goal to start off the period. Here's Sparks. Moves it out in front. Scotland had it go behind him. Here's Land. Lets a shot go. It's deflected into the far side corner. Beliveau on the wall. Heads up. And that one will be a call. Hawko's going to go. Sparks down for a second. He's up to his feet now. So 2 for boarding is going to be charged, I believe. Don't quote me on this. I believe it was Noah Hawko, and if not, it was Sebastian Hum. So it was number 12. Noah Hawko to the box for boarding. Shots 34-15 in favor. 5-2 the score here for the Subs. Munden, he'll play it across. Back up top. Land looking for a stick down low. Interference is the call. Not boarding, interference the call. Brian Swift laying down, taking away the pass. He'll work it for Ryan. Up top, here's Land. Munden, back for Land. Quick give and goes here. McPhee shoots wide. Munden gathers up the rebound to Land. Toe drag shot, it's blocked. High up into the far side corner where Sam Ryan gathers it up. Good stick there by Liam Worth to knock that away, and Boudreau gathers up the loose puck. Boudreau to center, he'll dump it high. Mullins gloves it down. He'll play it for Quinton Land as 2 new forwards out to kill off the rest of this. Penalty is a minute, just over a minute remaining on the power play for the Subs. To the short side, rimmed back to the point. Land holds it down the wall for Max Bryan. For Chase Munden. Munden looking backdoor. Nice sauce pass. Sam Ryan to McPhee. He'll walk, take a shot. It's blocked. Alistair McPhee let that one go, and it hit a body in front. Up and out of play. So 4 forwards out now. It's going to be McLean, Smith, McDonald, and Scotland. It's going to be Poplinski. Scotland is all the way back at the point. Poplinski is in there. You see him just over top of the circles, almost playing where the forward would play to try to do that exact right there is get the loose pucks. Scotland's shot. Good to see him back out after taking a tough hit in the last shift. On the power play, the 4-forward power play. Here's Scotland below the goal line. Poplinski will swing to one side and up the short side. Here's McDonald. He'll get it over the neutral zone and over the blue line. Dropping back for Scotland. Poplinski working it across here for McDonald. He'll walk it in below the goal line. Matthew McDonald circling the zone. Back up top for Poplinski. He'll walk to the middle. Poplinski's shot blocked in front by Boudreau, and bearing it home is going to be McLean. And McLean is going to pick up his 4th point of the game and a 6-2 lead now for the Subs. As Hunter McLean having himself a Sunday afternoon inside the Cole Harbour place, picking up his first goal. He's got 3 assists. I believe the assists are also going to go to number 2 and number 27. If so, that'll be Matthew McDonald's 2nd point of the game. Poplinski, that'll be his 2nd point as well. A big number 2, adding on 2 more here in Cole Harbour. Turner's going to pressure. It's up to Cagliata. He'll center as he takes a bump 2-on-2. Morris pressured by Henry. Morris, good speed. Henry, even better stick as he pokes it off of Morris, who goes down into the corner. Henry up the wall. Up over the line, Turner looking back door. Intended target was Smith. Wasn't able to control it. Good job there by Burgess. Working it back, Smith keeps it moving. Normore shot. Blocker saved by Polk. Mitchell to the point, but not out. Normore, good hold. Down into the corner, Smith. On the half wall, he'll cycle it below the goal line. Here's Turner. Tristan Turner. On the half wall, pressured. Skate to stick. Out with it, Turner. A workhorse, he goes down. I think he lost an edge there. Burgess, back for Turner. Turner Up across for Henry, back for Normore, backhanding it down. McLean looking for 5 points. Had that save, though, off the stick of Polk. McLean down below the goal line. Out front, here's a chance, and another save by Polk. Normore couldn't get it elevated enough. Is that broken stick of Caliata? Sparks looking for some revenge out there after taking a big hit last shift. Here he is with the puck down low. Sparks up for Henry. Shot is blocked. Caliata with no stick, can't really do much as it's picked up and chipped back. And a nice stick there to knock it down and slow it up. No icing as it worked right down on Silas Mullins. Normore has it. He'll chip it back. Ludi play in the back end here with Hawko. Urquhart chips it up into the neutral zone. Here's a chance. So Will Ludi going to cover for his captain here on the back end. It's Gibbs out for the remainder of this one. Ludi, nice little move there. Number 9. Trying to stretch it up into the offensive zone. That puck up off a stick and out of play. You're seeing some of the players here for the Woodlawn Panthers. You can see there over across is the high school all-star game coming up here inside the Cole Harbor Place after this one wraps up. If you're in the area, head over, come down to Cole Harbor Place and watch some high school all-star hockey league matchup. Seeing a couple players over there. It looks like number 91 and 14 for the Woodlawn Panthers. I also see London Opong. London played in the U18 league this season, actually. A couple games with the Maxes. Here's a chance and a snipe from Urquhart. And that'll make it 6-3 to cut it in half. As actually you see at the bottom, at the end of the ice there, Schaefer Gibbs hobbling his way out of the rink on the end wall. So that'll be number 10, Andrew Urquhart, making it 6-3 as his captain heads out of the rink very gingerly. So best of luck to Gibbs and with whatever he's going to. And Cole Harbor Martian Milco Hunters cut the lead back to half as a 6-3 lead now for the Subarus is into the zone. Played over, Boudreau. Up across here, Boudreau working it in, Andrew Urquhart. And a call coming up, the Hunters heading back to the power play. Looks like for a slashing call as that puck goes. Brian. After the whistle, it's a slashing call, and the Hunters to a power play. So it was number 10, Urquhart, on the goal. I didn't quite hear who had the assist, but it was Urquhart for the third goal, and it looks like it will be Poplinski to the box for the slash. With 11:47 remaining, so still some time on the board. A 3-goal deficit for the Hunters. Face-off won by the Subs. Cleared up the middle of the ice all the way down by Burgess. Braden Martin is going to pick up the assist on the Urquhart goal, as I believe the Martian Milco squad is 100% on the power play, but a big loss in Gibbs not being out there for this one. He has a goal and an assist in the game as his team trailing by 3. And a power play here halfway through the period, trying to make it a 2-goal deficit. I think they're 100% on the power play. I know they scored on their first one. They scored another power play goal. It was Gibbs and Swift connecting for both of them, one for each of them. His primary assist going back to the other one. As that puck shot on and tipped wide. Swift sitting on 2 points in the game. Will play it down for Martin. Martin back for Swift. Swift for Martin. Braden Martin has an assist in the game. He'll work it over to the far side. Clouette for Martin. Waits. Centers. Baldwin had it poked off of his stick. Now a break. Shorthanded. Here's Sam Ryan. Ryan in alone to his backhand. Shuffles that wide. Ryan gathers up the rebound, finds Max Bryan, who shoots it onto the glove hand of Polk, who holds on for the whistle. Offensive zone draw, shorthanded. 1 minute and 5 seconds killed off the penalty so far. Face off, played back. Here's Quentin Land. He'll play it up off the glove of Burgess. Urquhart up over the line, turned over, back into the neutral zone. Here's Hocko. He'll swing it back for Worth. Worth waiting for an option to open up. He'll find Hocko with speed under his stick. Burgess chopped at it, couldn't connect with it. In over the line, onside, but now back out. Here's Urquhart. Has the most recent goal for the Hunters. Does number 10, Andrew Urquhart, as he gets pinched off. Urquhart trying to fish it back, cleared up off the glove. Now a short-handed 2-on-1 for the Subs. McDonald has Burgess. Burgess in his skate shot and a pad save by Polk. Steering it away into the corner. That'll be gathered up. The stick knocked out of the hands of the man skating up the ice. It's going to be a 5-on-3 here. No, as the penalty will click away. Back to 5-on-5. Well, 6-on-5. The goaltender out, a delayed call coming for interference as it's touched up by the Subs. And it's going to go to Burgess. And with that, penalty call, 2 minutes for interference, will send us to a minute TV timeout. We'll be back here in a minute's time for the second half of the third and final period of regulation on High Button Sports. Welcome back here for the last 9 minutes and 40 seconds of regulation. A power play here for the Hunters. Back-to-back power plays for them. As that puck won back, Baldwin. 4 forwards out there for the Hunters. As it's played across, Baldwin shot and a save. Poplinski trying to clear it out, runs over Clouette, and that'll be sent back all the way down by number 18, Brendan Smith for the Subs. Hunters control up into the neutral zone. Baldwin, he'll drop it back off. It's now up over the line. Martin, he drops it off. Ludi, he'll dish. Clouette, nice pass here. Swift off the skate of Martin and in the Hunters back within 2. As I don't know if it went off the skate of Martin, but Swift is going to pick up his 3rd point of the game, and Brady Martin throwing the monkey off his back. Has a power play goal, and now a 6-4 game inside Cole Harbour Place. It's going to be 22. Went off of his skate. Swift, his 3rd point of the game, and the Hunters now within 2 here. 9:01 remaining in the period. Can they come back? Can they will their way back here? Duffy below the goal line. He'll play it over for Land. Land up off the glove. Couple players try to get it. Unable to. As Duffy takes a bump, he dumps it in. So the assist going to Swift and Clouette on the power play. Their 3rd power play goal. Clouette will pick that. A secondary assist up. As a great job. Martin had started the play entering the zone on the far side. He dropped it for Ludi, who did a great job to find the man in the middle of the ice, Clouette, who was pressured, smartly playing it behind the pressure in there to find Swift, who had stepped down to the ringette line. The high pressure was up by the Hockey Day in Canada, or the Joe Hockey Tournament sign, right where Swift is now. So Swift played it behind the man, Clouette played it behind the man for Swift, and Swift just trying to get it towards the net. It went off a skate and slid in past the post. The Hunters, offensive zone time. Here trying to center was Urquhart. He has a goal in the game. That's Andrew Urquhart wearing number 10. He'll have to tag back up as Boudreau now is going to pressure Poblinski. Beliveau waits at the ringette line. Poblinski will play it up the wall. Turner had it go under his stick. Turner trying to battle it out. Good job by Remy Beliveau to get it back in deep. Here's Urquhart. He'll take a hit on the wall there from Sparks. Turner trying to get it out. Poblinski gathers it up, moves it up. Here's McPhee for Turner. Turner trying to get a shot away for McPhee. Turn back. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Hunters with a forward playing defense, Scotland. Toe drag. What a play by Scotland to get a stick on it. Shot behind Mullins. He dove back and kept it out. Great stick there from Oliver Scotland, playing defense and doing his best impression of a sliding 2-on-1 save there. He slid in great active stick. Scotland reached out to poke the puck away. Following up, though, the Hunters got a shot. Silas Mullins wasn't too sure where it went. He reached back and was able to keep it out of the back of the net. This game starting to get closer, 42-22 the shots now in favor of the Subarus. A 2-goal lead for them, 6-4 the score. As here they come through the neutral zone. Ryan at center will dump it in and give chase. Ludi covering and playing D here for the third period for Schaefer Gibbs. Up the wall, Ryan to the point. Henry walks in, lets a shot go and a blocker save by Polk. To the point, Ryan under his stick into the neutral zone. Ryan for Normore. Clouette in there to finish his check. Polk stops up the puck and into the corner. Ludi smartly around behind his net. Clouette's going to be forced to step in, chipping it up, and out come the Hunters. 3 wide. Great stick there by Sam Ryan. So a good defensive play there by a couple forwards in the last couple shifts for the Subs. Here's Hocko, lets a shot go off the shin pad. Munden calling for it. He'll get it over the blue line. Munden, Ryan driving the net. Munden cuts to the middle. Munden dishes in behind the man and out. Here's Clouette. Cross ice under the stick, though, of Baldwin, who chips it just into the zone, but not all the way in deep. Ludi smartly dumping that in. He'll head off for a change. Number 9 looking like he should be a defenseman. As here's Munden, toe drag attempt. Knocked away by Worth. Up the wall. Here's Boudreau to the middle. Boudreau tied up. Can't get a shot away. Good chance there for number 23 in white, Nate Boudreau. Puck up into the neutral zone. Sparks trying to play it back. Boudreau got a stick on it. Boudreau up off the glass, back into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck. Morris trying to spring away. Land had it go in behind him, but a good defensive play there by Land to get back. Duffy will flip it up out of play, and it'll stop play. As you're seeing some more players roll in here. A few Woodlawn Panthers, Cupper Auburn Eagles, I believe is what they're called. Couple Summit, a French school. So a couple players showing up early here to catch this game, or the tail end of it, before their all-star game here inside the Cole Harbour Place. Later on this afternoon, Caliata pressured from behind. The cage there off of Sparks. He'll have to head off for the change. Caliata chipping it up. Duffy sends it right back into the zone. Polk out to play it. Got to be careful. He's pressured. Polk goes down. A call upcoming, and it's going to be a power play upcoming as Polk got upended. It's going to be Urquhart. Here's a chance and a shot high. Rattles around the glass. as no one touched it for the Subs. Hands still up in the air. 6-on-5. Interference call upcoming on the Subarus. 4:45 remaining. Clouette working it in. Nice move at the blue line. Clouette below the goal line. Clouette centers onto the stick. Here's McKnight, unable to hold the line. As 6-on-5 continuing here. Clouette plays it across. McKnight loses his footing. Now to his feet. McKnight up the wall. Nice pass there. Here's a chance, and Poblinski steps up to stop the play. As an interference call. To Scotland, I believe the culprit, with 4:20 remaining on the clock. A power play opportunity to bring them within one. The Martian Milko Hunters back to the 4-forward unit out. I believe they're 100% on the power play here so far. If not, they're 75%. That puck will be sent down. They have 3 power play goals, I think. 3 power play goals on 4 power plays, so 75% here today. Coming into the game, their power play was ranked only 15% on the season, so having a special teams day here are the team in white, black, and I guess a little camouflage. Seeing that stripe around their backside is not just black, there's some camo on there as well, so cool little jerseys for the Martian Milko Hunters. Henry around the end wall. He'll chip it off the glass all the way back down as almost a minute has expired here on the power play for the Hunters. Ludi makes a move to the outside. He'll dish it. Trying to chip it up. It goes up into the bench. There's Land stepping up on Martin. So the 4-forward unit off for the Hunters. They'll send out Hocko and Worth on the back end. Beliveau, Urquhart, and Morris up front here for the remaining minute exactly on the penalty to Scotland for goaltender interference. Hocko for Morris. He'll chip it in. Poblinski. He'll rim it hard right away around the boards. Good job by Worth reading it. Stepping in. He'll let a shot go. It's blocked off the skate of Land. Sparks clearing it up off his bench. And the faceoff is going to stay inside of the zone. As I think it went off the hand of Will Cool. Will Cool, an impressive stats behind that young man. He's 13-1 on the season. He's got a goals and against average of 2.04 and a save percentage of .917. So both the goalie tandems here for the Subarus doing a great job so far this year. So that shot worked out. Will Cole during the ice jam had, I think, 2 shutouts or 3 shutouts in the tournament where goalies only play half of the games. I think he played 4, a 50% shutout rate during the ice jam and in between the pipes for the finals as well. Burke back here in the neutral zone. Puck turned over. Bryan trying to work it in. Beliveau breaks that up. Back to 5-on-5. Scotland out of the box. He works it in. Scotland fakes a shot. Stops. Sprays some snow on the end wall. Scotland gets tackled down there by Hocko. That shot from a sharp angle blocked. And out comes Urquhart. Nice little move around one. Here's Andrew Urquhart. He'll chip and chase. Into the corner. Morris and Normore go into the boards. Good job there by Henry to play it around. That'll be Ryan up into the neutral zone. Scotland at center, chips it up. Worth sends it right back up. Just out of the reach of Morris. No icing. Poblinski high up off the glass. Back into the neutral zone where Boudreau has it. Boudreau centers onto the stick. Baldwin pressured by Sparks. Turns it over right on the stick though. Clouette will dump that in. Martin's going to forecheck. Rimming it up. Boudreau trying to hold it back down the wall. He does. Centering pass there. Clouette trying to avoid some pressure. Martin trying to chip it into some space to let a shot go. It's poked over here. Sparks taking a bump from Clouette. Sent across to the far side. Out of the reach of Martin. Here's McPhee. Alistair McPhee, a couple head fakes. Up the wall. That'll find Scotland. Scotland, high flip into the neutral zone for Smith. Smith over center, dumping it in. Sparks will pressure Boudreau. Last minute to play here in the third period of regulation. Centering in behind the intended target, Justin Clouette. Duffy stepping up at the red line, dumping it back in. Dawson Swift has 3 points on the game, a goal and 2 assists. As he has it once again below the goal line, as he'll be able to break out free. The Subs are forced to touch back up. Here's Baldwin, up over center. He'll go one-on-one, trying to work it around the guy. He gets tied up. Good job there. Turner leaves it for the man, centering pass. As it'll find McDonald up over the blue line. McDonald steps, finds McLean, who's sitting on 4 points on the game here so far. A goal and 3 assists for number 17. Into the corner. Battled out of there, trying to work it out. Good job by the Hunters sticking with it. Martin, he'll get his feet moving up north. Brady Martin to center, turned over, and Turner will dump it back in as they get mixed up here below us at the buzzer. Turner wants his stick back from Martin, who has it in his armpit, and that'll do it. So after 3 periods of play, the Subarus coming out victorious here over the Martian Milko Hunters. Silas Mullins right to the room. He's had enough for today. That'll be all here. I'm Logan Carruthers with High Button Sports. Thanks for tuning in here to this Sunday afternoon game, a 6-4 finals for the Subs. And that will be it. Have a great day, folks, and we will see you all later on.